Number 1. The 1970 Ford F100, priced at just $2,500, located in New Prague, Minnesota. This classic Ford comes with a 302 V8 engine, automatic transmission, and rear-wheel drive. The seller's already put in some essential updates: new spark plugs and wires, a fresh fuel pump, and a rebuilt carburetor. So this truck fires up and drives just fine. It even has new brakes and wheel bearings, and the transmission is strong. The clean Minnesota title is in hand, and the truck already wears MN collector plates, which is a nice bonus for anyone wanting to register and hit the road quickly. Yes, it's a 55-year-old truck, and yes, it has some rust, as you'd expect. But the floorboards are still in good shape, and the frame is solid with no structural issues. All the lights work, and the seller even drives around town as is, though he's currently running off a gasket in the bed, since it still needs a permanent fuel tank. It's got manual steering and brakes, so it's raw, classic driving at its best, no frills, just that old-school feel. And while it's not a restored showpiece, it's a fantastic foundation for a budget-friendly project or patina cruiser. This is one of those trucks that's perfect for someone who appreciates originality and doesn't mind doing a little tinkering. For the price, you're not getting perfection, but you are getting a piece of American truck history that still runs and drives. The seller's firm at $2,500, and he's only parting with it to make room in the garage for another vehicle. He's even willing to deliver it on his trailer, within a reasonable distance, which makes things a lot easier. If you're ready to take on a classic F100 with potential and soul, this 1970 model might be the one to bring home. Number 2. The 1981 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 regular cab, priced at $8,600 and located in Rocky View County, Alberta. Up next is a head-turning 1981 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, or as most truck fans know it, the Chevy C10, now transformed into a sleek short box setup. Priced at $8,600 and located in Rocky View County, Alberta. This classic ride has a ton of character and even more potential. Under the hood, it's powered by a 350 cubic inch Chevy small block V8. The Rochester Quadrajet carburetor has been fully rebuilt and retuned, giving this truck a steady idle right around 500 RPM. It's paired with a TH350 automatic transmission, offering that reliable old-school shifting feel. You've also got long tube headers and a 3-inch exhaust system, giving this truck a deep, throaty rumble that sounds as good as it looks rolling down the road. Now, let's talk details. This Chevy was originally a long bed, but it's been converted to a short bed, giving it that classic muscle truck stance that collectors and cruisers love. And yes, it's registered and insured in Alberta, so you can hit the streets legally and confidently. The truck has been driven 455,191 kilometers, which might seem high, but remember, these old Chevy small blocks were built tough. And this one, it's still running strong and fully road drivable. The seller mentions there's more to see in the pictures, and from the sound of it, this truck has been well cared for with all the right upgrades in the right places. It's not a trailer queen, but it's a great mix of classic looks and everyday usability. And if you want to add a little modern touch, the seller also offers an optional LED gauge kit for an additional $800. A great way to bring your dash into the 21st century while keeping the classic feel alive. So, whether you're looking for a solid driver, a stylish weekend cruiser, or a build platform to take even further, this 1981 Chevy Silverado short box is worth a serious look. Number 3. The 1977 Chevrolet C10 long box, priced at $15,500 and located in Calgary, Alberta. But this isn't your average 77. This one's been given a facelift and a heart transplant. Up front, It features a 1981 to 1982 front-end swap, giving it a slightly more aggressive stance with that square body edge. But the real story lies under the hood. This truck packs a rebuilt 454 big block V8, delivering serious torque and power. To top it off, it's been upgraded with a brand new Holley Sniper EFI system. So no more messing around with cold starts or inconsistent idling. This thing is ready to roar. Mated to that powerhouse is a 700 R4 overdrive transmission, making it just as comfortable on the highway as it is doing work around town. And with 4.10 gears, it delivers serious low-end punch. Perfect for pulling, hauling, or just getting off the line in a hurry. And yes, it even comes with a line lock system, which is basically your green light for burnouts. Want to light up the tires at the local cruise night? No problem. The truck rides on a clean set of US mags, still in decent shape, with plenty of tread left on the tires. It's got that lowered long box street truck look that's become iconic in the custom Chevy scene. This is a build that blends muscle car attitude with old school truck utility. Whether you're looking to daily it, cruise it, or take it to the strip now and then, the seller's open to trades for a Cummins. So if you've got a diesel you're looking to move, it might be your lucky day. Otherwise, $15,500 takes home a seriously cool square body with tons of upgrades already done. Number 4. The 1993 Dodge D350 Club Cab, priced at $15,000 and located in Sulphur Springs, Texas. This beast has traveled 222,222 miles and is powered by the legendary Cummins 12-valve turbo diesel. Though the listing doesn't specify, these D350s are well known for their durability, especially with that manual transmission, which this one proudly has. Right off the bat, you'll notice this truck has had some fresh cosmetic love. It boasts a fresh paint job, new grille, and brand new front fenders, giving it a clean and bold look that makes it stand out even before it's fired up. The front floorboards have been welded and repaired, so structurally, it's been given some real attention. On the exterior, it rides on new tires, which is always a plus when buying an older truck. No hidden expenses right after you buy. Under the hood, the seller states no blow-by, which is key for diesel longevity. That means the engine still has strong compression and hasn't started showing signs of internal wear. Pretty impressive for mileage. It comes with a clean title, making the paperwork process smooth and straightforward. Now, let's talk about what doesn't work, because the seller keeps it honest. The speedometer, odometer, radio, and air conditioning are currently non-functional. However, the seller notes that all the components for the AC are there, so it just needs repair or recharging to get that cold air flowing again. Also, just a heads up, the seller clearly states, will not respond to is this still available? So if you're serious, send a real message. No trades, either $15,000 cash only. If you're looking for a rugged, old-school diesel hauler with clean styling and a manual gearbox, this 1993 Dodge D350 might be your next ride. Number 5. The 1995 Ford F-250, priced at $10,000 and located in Beaverlodge, Alberta. With 320,000 kilometers on the odometer and an automatic transmission, this truck has been driven, but not abused. It's had regular maintenance every 5,000 kilometers, plus annual transmission and coolant flushes, which means the drivetrain has been properly looked after. Let's start with the factory features. This isn't some bare-bones farm truck. It comes with cruise control, air conditioning, power windows, power door locks, and power lumbar support. A pretty luxurious setup for a 90s heavy-duty pickup. Now, on to the aftermarket upgrades, and there are a lot. It's rocking LED headlights, an LED light bar, LED taillights and reverse lights, and LED cab lights, giving it a bold, modern glow day or night. It sits on brand new 33-inch BF Goodrich KO2 tires, wrapped around 18-inch fuel Triton wheels, giving a muscular and aggressive stance that's ready for any terrain. Inside, it's been upgraded with a Bluetooth deck and two 12-inch Rockford Fosgate subs. Although the seller notes one of the subs has a split in the rubber. There's also 20% window tint all around with 5% tint brow on the windshield, giving it just the right touch of privacy and attitude. Mechanically, it's been kept tight. The water pump gasket was leaking, so the owner went ahead and replaced both the gasket and the water pump, and that's the only major repair it's needed. It also comes with an EGR/smog delete, a new MSD distributor, a battery disconnect switch, and a solid front axle with 4x4 and locking hubs, so it's ready to tackle tough jobs or bad weather with ease. It does have some rust and a couple dents, but overall, it runs and drives great. Starts every time, cold AC and strong heat. In fact, the owner says it heats better than their new truck. They're asking $10,000, but are open to offers. So if you're looking for a dependable truck with load of upgrades and a bit of personality, this 95F 250 might just be your match. Number 6. The 1987 Wrangler 1500, listed at $17,000, located in Cold Lake, Alberta. If you're looking for a square-body classic that hasn't been butchered, overlifted, or Frankenstein into something unrecognizable, this is your truck. With 204,000 kilometers on the odometer, this classic has seen some miles, but it's got that true survivor feel. Under the hood, you'll find the original TBI 350 V8, untouched and unmolested, a rare thing these days. It's paired with an automatic transmission, offering reliable, smooth power delivery for cruising, hauling, or even daily driving. The seller emphasizes that the truck runs beautifully, drives straight, and, best of all, everything works. No electrical gremlins, no mystery leaks, just a clean-running classic built the way they used to be. The windshield is in good condition, which might seem minor, but it's one less thing to worry about if you're thinking of registering and driving this right away. And although the listing doesn't get deep into cosmetics, it's clear the truck's been well cared for. This isn't a show truck, but it isn't a rust bucket either. It's the perfect base for a light resto or to just enjoy as is. The seller mentions that a ton of work has already been done to get this truck into its current state, though the exact details aren't all listed. That said, the way it's described, combined with how it reportedly runs and drives flawlessly, suggests recent mechanical updates or maintenance have likely been handled. Now here's the deal. The seller is very clear about how this listing works. If you're the kind of buyer who messages, "Is this still available?" don't expect a reply. If you're a salesman, skip it. And if you're thinking of sending a lowball offer, you're wasting your time. This truck is for serious buyers only, people who know what they're looking at and can appreciate a clean, working square body from the late 80s. Still, the seller is open to reasonable offers. And here's something interesting. They might consider a trade, but not just anything. They're looking for a second-gen Dodge Cummins, and it's got to be really nice. No rust buckets, no beaters. This guy is not looking to downgrade. So whether you're hunting for a nostalgic daily driver, a reliable vintage truck to tinker with, or a solid base for a custom project, this 1987 Wrangler 1500 could be the one. It's mechanically sound, cleanly preserved, and ready for someone who knows how to treat a classic right. Don't wait too long. Square bodies like this one don't last, especially when they're already road ready. Number 7. The 1977 Ford F-100 Short Box, listed for $11,250 and located in Annandale, Minnesota. This classic step-side beauty brings together timeless design, raw V8 power, and just enough comfort to make it a dream for weekend cruising or light-duty work. Let's start with what makes this truck tick. Under the hood lies a small block V8, offering that unmistakable rumble and throttle response you only get from a true American engine. It's mated to an automatic transmission, making it easy to enjoy whether you're carving down back roads or rolling into a local car meet. No complicated shifting. Just turn the key, step on the gas, and enjoy the ride. This F100 comes equipped with power steering and power brakes, a nice modern touch for a truck from the late 70s. These features make a noticeable difference in drivability, especially if you're used to classics that fight you at every turn. Whether you're parallel parking or cruising through town, this truck won't wear you out behind the wheel. It's a two-wheel drive model, keeping it light and lower to the ground, perfect for those who appreciate classic street styling over off-road capabilities. Inside, you'll find a black bench seat with seat belts intact, providing room for you and a couple of passengers to enjoy that nostalgic, no-frills driving experience. Aesthetically, the truck rides on a clean set of 15-inch American racing wheels, giving it that classic muscle truck stance without being too aggressive. The wheel choice complements the short box body style beautifully, low, mean, and built to be noticed without shouting for attention. This 1977 Ford F100 isn't just a piece of vintage hardware. It's a well-kept driver that blends usability with collector appeal. It's not trying to be a trailer queen or a perfect showroom restoration. Instead, it offers an honest, clean canvas for someone who either wants to enjoy it as is or take it a step further with mild upgrades or restoration. And here's the bonus. The seller is open to trades. If you've got a classic car or truck, they're interested. This opens up the door for some great potential deals, especially if you're sitting on a vintage project you're ready to move on from. So if you're looking for a clean, classic Ford pickup that's already got the bones and drivability dialed in, this 1977 F100 short box might be your next great find. It's got the look, the stance, and the small block heart to match. And with a fair asking price and trade options on the table, it won't be available for long. Number 8. The 1974 Chevrolet Cheyenne Super 20, offered at $9,500 and located in sunny Ventura, California. If you're looking for a clean, ready-to-drive classic that you can enjoy today and still build on tomorrow, this might be the one for you. Let's get into the details. This truck has just 80,000 miles on the odometer and features an automatic transmission, making it a great cruiser or weekend workhorse. What makes it even more special? It's a pre-smog model. That means no smog checks in California, giving you more freedom to upgrade or modify under the hood without the red tape. This Cheyenne is being described as a solid driver, and the seller says it fires right up and runs smooth. That's exactly what you want in a classic you can enjoy from day one. It's not a trailer queen or a full-blown show build. It's a well-preserved survivor with thoughtful upgrades that make it reliable, comfortable, and cool. Aesthetically, it's got that classic two-tone driver series paint job, giving an old-school look that stands out but still feels down to earth. It's not over-restored, which means you won't be afraid to take it out and actually enjoy the drive. The truck bed has been freshly updated with a new spray-in-bed liner, making it both durable and clean-looking. Whether you're hauling gear or just showing off a local cruising, it's ready to work or shine. It also comes with a set of new BFG all-terrain tires wrapped around new wagon wheel-style steelies, giving this truck that rugged but classic stance. Under the hood, you've got a few modern updates to keep it running right. A new aluminum radiator to keep temperatures in check, a new alternator, and even a new wiper motor. Because yes, details matter. For power and fuel delivery, there's a newish Edelbrock 600 carb sitting on top, giving you solid performance and reliable startups. That's the kind of carb upgrade that makes a real difference in daily drivability. In short, the 74 Cheyenne Super 20 is more than just a classic truck. It's a ready-to-roll driver with room for personal touches. You can enjoy it just the way it is, or take your time slowly dialing it in to fit your style. Either way, at $9,500, it's a great entry point into the world of classic American trucks. If you're in the market for a reliable pre-smog Chevy that blends vintage charm with real-world usability, this Ventura-based Cheyenne Super 20 could be your next daily classic. Number 9. The 1970 Ford F-250 Camper Special, offered at $12,100 and located in Edson, Alberta. With just 43,300 kilometers on the odometer and a mountain of charm in its original patina, this classic truck is the perfect blend of vintage character and mechanical refresh. Under the hood sits a powerful 390 cubic inch V8, the kind of engine that helped build Ford's reputation for workhorse dependability back in the day. According to the seller, a lot of fresh work has been done to the engine, so you're not just buying a vintage rig. You're getting something that's already had attention where it counts. And with an automatic transmission, it's a pleasure to drive whether you're cruising back roads or hauling something heavy. One of the most eye-catching features of this truck is the beautiful natural patina. Rather than going for a flashy respray, this F-250 wears its age proudly. Every bit of weathered steel tells a story. It's a look that turns heads at any show and tells people you appreciate authenticity. On the customization front, this camper special has received some well-chosen upgrades. It features a custom exhaust system, giving it a bold, throaty rumble that matches its old-school muscle. The rims have been freshly powder-coated, providing a sharp contrast to the aged body and tying the whole aesthetic together. Inside the cabin, there's a nod to modern comfort. A newer stereo system and subwoofer have been installed, so you're not just stuck with AM radio crackle. You can cruise to your favorite playlist in style. It's a small touch, but one that makes a big difference for daily enjoyment or weekend getaways. This F-250 is a camper special, meaning it was designed from the factory to handle the weight and length of sliding campers, giving it a beefier suspension and a wider stance in the rear. Whether you want to store a period-correct camper rig or just enjoy it as a rugged high-capacity pickup, it's got the bones for either direction. The seller is looking for serious inquiries only, and judging by the quality and character of this truck, that makes sense. If you're truly in the market for a vintage Ford that blends raw style with updated functionality, this 1970 F-250 might just check all the boxes. Classic trucks like this one are getting harder to find in such original, yet upgraded condition. So, if you want a rig that's equal parts heritage, muscle, and ready for the road attitude, this one in Edson could be calling your name. Number 10. The 1977 Ford F-150, priced at $16,850 and located in Fresno, California. This truck represents a time when pickups were built tough, ran forever, and didn't need a computer to get you across town or across the country. This classic F-150 has been driven just over 200,000 miles, and it still stands strong with what the seller claims is its original V6 engine, paired to a standard manual transmission. That's right. This isn't just an old truck with a fresh coat of paint. It's the real deal, mostly unaltered, solid, and ready to run. According to the listing, everything works on this truck. That's rare for a vehicle nearly 50 years old. The seller emphasizes that it's todo bajo mi nombre, meaning the title is clean and fully in the seller's name. It also has California plates good through 2026, and most importantly for buyers in the Golden State, it's already smog ready. That's a huge win, especially considering how tough emissions regulations can be for vintage vehicles. Aesthetically, this F-150 stays true to its roots. There's no mention of wild modifications, oversized wheels, or modern swaps. This is about as close as you can get to how these trucks rolled off the assembly line in '77. For purists and collectors, that's a big deal. This is a kind of truck that reminds you of a time when utility came first, when trucks were built for the long haul, for hauling lumber or hitting the dirt roads after work. And now, nearly 5 decades later, it's still doing just that. The seller is asking for serious inquiries only. So if you're truly in the market for a vintage Ford that hasn't been chopped, swapped, or overly customized, this F-150 could be a great addition to your garage or your daily life. Whether you're a collector, a builder, or just someone who appreciates the raw, honest feel of a vintage truck, this 1977 Ford F-150 in Fresno delivers a whole lot of classic for under $17,000. Number 11. The 1969 Chevrolet C20, listed at $12,000 and located in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. This truck isn't just a garage queen or a showpiece. It's been a daily driver for years, and that speaks volumes about its reliability and road readiness. Powering this classic is a proven 350 V8 engine, paired with an automatic transmission, making it a smooth and easy ride whether you're running errands, cruising the strip, or taking it to your favorite weekend meetup. The seller says it runs and drives great, starts up every time, and has had many parts replaced or upgraded over the years. That kind of history is exactly what you want in a vintage truck. It's not a mystery project with a sketchy past. It's a clean, well-kept workhorse with modern touches that improve performance while maintaining its vintage character. Let's talk condition. The body is clean with no major rust, which is a huge win for a 1969 truck. It comes with a clean title, and the seller emphasizes that this is the perfect candidate for either a light restoration, a rest-a-mod, or just continued use as is. A few key upgrades worth noting. New brakes all around, new tires with less than 500 miles on them, and yes, they come with a warranty. The cooling system has also been upgraded with a new electric fan and radiator, helping the engine stay cool even in the Nevada heat. Those kinds of modern touches give you peace of mind without sacrificing the truck's vintage appeal. If you're hunting for a classic that you can enjoy immediately, not just one that sits in the shop waiting for time and parts, this one checks a lot of boxes. It's solid, it's clean, it's dependable, and at $12,000, it's positioned well in today's market for classic pickups. The seller isn't interested in trades, but welcomes serious buyers to come check it out in person. A good sign that the truck will back up the claims. So, whether you're after a cool weekend cruiser, a reliable daily with vintage flair, or the perfect foundation for a show-stopping build, the 69 Chevy C20 might be the one. Number 12. The 1969 Chevrolet C20, priced at $12,000, located in Las Vegas, Nevada. This isn't just a project sitting in a garage. It's a well-loved truck that's been used as a daily driver for years. And that says a lot about its mechanical condition and reliability. Under the hood is a 350 V8 paired with an automatic transmission, giving you classic Chevy power with smooth, everyday drivability. The truck runs and drives great, and the seller notes it starts up every time. Over the years, it's received many upgrades and replacements, making it an ideal candidate for someone looking to enjoy a vintage truck without starting from scratch. Let's talk about condition. The body is clean, with no major rust, which is a rare find in a truck of this vintage. It also comes with a clean title, giving you peace of mind and a solid foundation for either continued enjoyment or full restoration. It's loaded with recent improvements that show the seller took real care of it. You're getting new brakes all around, new tires with less than 500 miles, and yes, they still have a warranty. The cooling system has been upgraded too, with a new electric fan and radiator, which is especially valuable if you plan to drive it regularly, particularly in hotter climates. This C20 strikes a great balance. It's clean and road ready, but still leaves room for your own personal touches. Whether you want to restore it to factory glory, turn it into a weekend cruiser, or just drive it proudly as is, this truck delivers. The seller is not accepting trades, but is inviting serious buyers to come see it in person. If you've been hunting for a reliable, vintage Chevy that's already got the hard work done and is ready to roll, this 1969 C20 deserves a spot on your short list. Number 13. The 1970 Ford F100, listed at just $8,000 and located in Woodland, California. This isn't your average project truck sitting under a tarp. It's been a loyal daily driver for the past 15 years, used on the farm, hauling tools, trailers, and anything else that needed moving. The owner says it's always been up to the task, with plenty of strength and grit. But with a growing family and 5 cars between 2 adults, it's finally time to let the yellow truck go. Under the hood, it's powered by a well-maintained 390 V8, with a fully rebuilt top end done just a couple of years ago. Shifting is handled through a 3-on-the-tree manual transmission, which adds to that nostalgic hands-on driving experience. And speaking of upgrades, the truck features electric windows, all-new wiring, and even a 12V air compressor mounted under the hood. Practical touches that make a real difference. The body style is a step side, and it comes with a bed, though it's a bit rough from years of use under a toolbox. Luckily, replacements are easy if you want to restore that bed to its former glory. It's a California truck its entire life, so you'll find very minimal rust, just a little surface cancer, nothing major. Suspension has been modified for work and stance alike. It's got a custom lift with upgraded 3/4 ton coils in the front and overarched leaf springs with added leaves in the rear. It's a 2WD, but built to handle the tough stuff. The seller's also throwing in a pile of spare parts, extra components, and bits that could come in handy for future maintenance or customization. And if you're someone who enjoys wrenching or putting your own spin on a classic, that's a great bonus. This F100 has been a reliable partner, and now it's ready for its next chapter. The seller hopes it goes to someone who will appreciate it and keep it rolling strong. Communication is best by phone or text, since he's often out in the field or on a tractor, though he will eventually reply to Facebook messages too. So, if you're in the market for a dependable, well-loved classic truck with a real story behind it, this 1970 Ford F100 might just be the one to bring home. Number 14. The 1987 Ford F-150 long bed, located in Hesperia, California, with a jaw-dropping price tag of just $799. This classic pickup has 124,693 miles on the clock and features an automatic transmission. It's powered by a petrol engine and comes in a classic white exterior with a blue interior, a color combo that screams 80s charm. Now, let's be clear. This one is listed as a part out, meaning it's being sold either piece by piece or as a full vehicle, whichever works for you. The seller is giving buyers the option to come grab the entire truck, or just take what they need off of it. Whether you're restoring a similar Ford from the late 80s, looking for a reliable drivetrain, or hunting for clean interior components, this could be your gold mine. Long beds from this era are becoming harder to find in decent shape, especially at this price point. And even if you're not planning a full restoration, $799 gets you a truckload of usable parts. Body panels, glass, trim, wheels, bumpers, gauges, you name it. If you got a similar project in the garage, this could be the perfect donor. It's also an opportunity for someone willing to put in a little time and elbow grease to bring an F-150 back to life. With the right vision and know-how, this might not just be a parts truck. It could be your next running project. Again, this is a no-frills listing, and at this price, it probably won't last long. So if you're serious, get in touch with the seller soon. Whether you need a whole truck or just a few crucial pieces, this 1987 Ford F-150 long bed might be exactly what you're looking for. Number 15. The 1974 Ford F-100 Custom, listed at just $1,700, located in Tazewell, Tennessee. This old-school pickup may not win any beauty contest in its current condition, but a running and driving piece of Ford history with a lot of potential for the right kind of buyer. Let's get into the basics. This truck is 200,000 miles, a manual transmission, and is powered by a dependable inline 6-engine mated to a 3-speed on the column, also known as a classic 3-on-the-tree setup. That alone gives this truck plenty of nostalgic appeal. The seller notes that the frame is solid, which is a huge plus when it comes to vintage truck projects. The truck runs and drives, which is more than can be said for a lot of sub-$2,000 classics on the market. That means you could theoretically drive it home, or at least onto a trailer, without a winch. Now, it's not without its flaws. The floor pans are rusted, and the tailgate has significant rust as well. But if you're a welder, a DIY restorer, or even just looking for a project to learn on, this could be your golden opportunity. Sheet metal is cheap, solid frames and clean titles, not so much. And yes, it does come with a clean title, which makes registration and future resale a whole lot easier. With a little elbow grease, a donor bed or patch panels, and maybe a fresh coat of paint. The 74 Ford F-100 could become a rough and ready farm truck, a rat rod cruiser, or the foundation for a full restoration. At the end of the day, this isn't a show truck, but it's not pretending to be one either. It's an affordable, honest classic with old-school charm, a manual gearbox, and just enough grit to make a fun project. If you're in the Tennessee area and want to bring a piece of Ford's working-class legacy back to life, check out this 1974 Ford F-100 Custom while it's still available.